Aloha, beautiful beings of light. My name's Clayton Allred. I am the founder and president of the Church of Flames. Flames is an acronym for fire, love, art, music, equality, and sustainability. And I want to start off today's live reading you our purpose and mission statement, because it really defines who we are, what we're all about, and we encourage everyone that this resonates with to get involved, rather that be energetically, physically, financially. It takes us all to learn to work together. So it's an invitation. So Co-Flames is a sacred container providing education through arts, wellness, and sustainability for human and planetary evolution. That is our mission. I'm going to read that one more time. Co-Flames is a sacred container providing education through arts, wellness, and sustainability for human and planetary evolution. That is our purpose. Our mission statement is as follows. We believe in the conscientious activation of one's godlike self. As creators, we hold sacred the value of free agency and our freedom of choice. In remembering our equanimity and our divinity, we transcend pain, fear, doubt, judgment, and shame into higher vibrational frequencies of compassion, forgiveness, understanding, acceptance, and accountability, expanding our own unique relationship to the divine. Co-Flames is the Church of fire, love, art, music, equality, and sustainability that brings ideas into manifestation. Combining ancient wisdom with modern technologies allows for the creation of a sustainable planet. We believe vibrational frequencies hold keys to transform our inner and outer worlds. Fire and sound both offer frequencies that have the power to transform both metaphorically and literally. Ceremony, ritual, movement, and breath are centralized to the expansion of self-exploration and loving awareness. As above, so below. We are all one, operating within a unified state of consciousness. By uniting like-minded people and resources, we work together with a common purpose, creating peace and abundance for all life on planet Earth. Through education and presenting alternative solutions, we raise the frequency of our collective consciousness now. And this is so, and so it is. Oh. So, there's a lot going on the planet right now. There's a lot going on in the United States right now. There is a lot of people with a vast amount of different beliefs, perspectives, frustrations, fears, judgments, and there's a lot of energy going on right now. And I want to use martial arts as an example here, because I feel like collectively this is really important for us to be talking about and supporting each other and being the example. Because when somebody comes at you with some heavy energy, right, or some directional energy that's aggressive, you can move and bend with it, flow with it, let it go, right? We can, or we can confront it, and that's what our ego often wants to do. It's what those automatic responses that come up. And the most powerful thing we can do is be still, step into a space of stillness, reconnect, and spend some time meditating, even if that's 5 to 10 minutes a day, just to ground out the energy and get clear within oneself. And the more we're doing that, and the more we're affecting the whole, uh, it really has a profound effect, not only within the self, but also with everything, all of your interactions, everything around you. It has a really, really deep impact. And so, over the course of the next week, uh, uh, I invite you at home to take a look at things that thoughts and perspectives that might be taking you away from what you want. Uh, are you giving yourself the time and space to do what you love to do? At least once a week. Are you giving yourself that? Am I giving myself that? And where is that balance point? And what truly, what's more important? Is it more important for me to give energy to an outside source prior to giving myself energy? I find that I still sometimes do. And so you're not alone if you give your energy away to some outside source that's not serving you. But when we take the time to sit and just be present, be still for a moment, well, everything just opens up in a way that, unless you're doing that, I can't really explain. However, if you are doing that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it really, it's one thing. We got Love.Fest Day coming up, and the moon kind of does this cool little thing. Well, the sky in general does. It's dancing right now. And so Love.Fest, we're actually gonna celebrate it from the 14th through the 19th this year. Because why not celebrate Love.Fest Day on Valentine's Day too? It's all about love. But with the reminding voice that it's really important to give yourself love. Give yourself love first. I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. And it's my intention to normalize loving the self and giving the self love, giving yourself a massage, giving yourself pats on the back, giving yourself courage, giving yourself whatever you need. Giving myself whatever I need in the moment, energetically. And just sitting and being with that. We got several people on right now. I just want to say hi and thank you for being here. Erin is on, and she can direct some questions. She's kind of operating as a moderator, and I'm just going to speak freely and not pay attention to any of the conversations or comments until after I get done. And then I'll look over, and if there's somebody that would like me to respond to them, and it's in the comments, I will respond if you would like me to. So we'll save that for the end. However, I just wanted to be vulnerable and share some of my own little things that I became aware of last night. You know, we all have little blocks and programming that we hold on to, and a lot of times we don't even know it's there, right? But we recorded everything from being in the womb all the way to 7 years old. It's all recorded, and we're replaying a lot of those things in our subconscious mind. And what's playing out in our subconscious mind not might and probably isn't in your conscious mind is probably not aware of what the subconscious programming is, unless you've done some work and really started working on uh, reprogramming your subconscious mind, or even paying attention to your subconscious mind. And really, when we step into giving ourselves time and space just to connect in stillness with ourselves, it's the most important relationship we have. The most important relationship I have is with myself, and my relationship to the higher power, whatever you want to, whether that be God, whatever you want to call it, universe. Uh, that is the most important relationship. And I am worthy. And there's a whole bunch of people out there not feeling worthy of love, not feeling worthy of support, not feeling worthy of, and it's okay. It's okay to be there. And if you are there feeling unworthy, know this. You are so worthy. You are worthy of everything that you could possibly imagine in abundance and fulfillment. And it's all about, really coming in and being compassionate with the self and healing the self. And if you see something happening, fix it. And so yesterday I was filling out my passport paperwork, and I kept on making mistakes, and I was judging myself and holding myself in a space where I got it. And it's just a simple form, but for some reason I had so much resistance to it, and I kept on making all of these mistakes, and I would find myself like judging myself, and I'd have to like consciously be like, it's okay, Clayton, it's okay. And then I finally made the last mistake on the last piece of paper that I had, and there was all of this opportunity for me to judge myself and just be like, dude, what? And instead, I just loved myself, accepted, and went to bed. Don't get me wrong, there was definitely the temptation to judge myself. But what good is that going to do? Is it going to create happiness or joy in my life to beat myself up? No. Do I want to beat myself up? No. How often do we, though? How often do we judge ourselves? How often do we hold ourselves in a space where I can't, or I'm scared, or I just, I don't know. Not clear yet, And it's good to get clear, and it's good to, but it's also good to know that you are worthy and you are capable, and feel worthy. And so Love Fest Day is all about giving yourself love, and it's coming up. Like I said, we're going to celebrate it from the 14th to the 19th. Normally it's just one day, or sometimes we celebrate it on 2 days if the moon is crossing Venus in between those 2 days. And I'm way cool with celebrating Love Fest Day on multiple days. I think that it really brings a greater awareness and a greater opportunity for us to take that time, even if it's 5 minutes. And so if you're not familiar with how we celebrate Love Fest Day, I will link a video in the comments of some ideas of ways that you can celebrate Love Fest Day. And I will probably make a updated video to share with you here in the near future. However, definitely give yourself some love. definitely give yourself time and space to do something you love. It's so important because if you're not doing what you love, the rest of it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, does it? Like, let's start choosing from a space of love and joy and giving ourselves the things that uh, make us feel all joyful and that we love and that we're passionate about. So that's the main thing. If you're doing that, it's 4 days this week that are coming up that you can take and just like spend those 4 days loving yourself from Valentine's Day to the 19th, 5 days. Uh, yeah, just. And then the other thing, the plus one, if you have time, make time, choose to find it important, do 3 random or well thought out acts of kindness. That ripples across the planet in powerful ways, and the more people that are doing that, the more love is rippling across the planet, the more smiles are. I mean, you change one person's day or a couple people's day, it changes actually like probably 100 people's day because they influenced somebody else a few minutes later and somebody else a few minutes later, and it just travels out in a wave. Um, so I highly recommend that. And then if you really want to celebrate Love Fest Day, also think of 3 people that have deeply impacted your life. Or even just think of one person that's deeply impacted your life. And give them a call, set up a meeting, go out to coffee, make a connection, rather that be over a video call or whatever, but share with them how grateful you are for how they've impacted your life. And if this person is no longer in this realm and has passed on, you can still, you know, write them a letter. Speak it out loud. Love. It really, when we enter into loving spaces, it has such a profound ripple effect on everything around us. And sometimes that means being still in the midst of chaos and not reacting, not pushing. Like, sometimes that's really hard. Sometimes it's about drawing a protective bubble around you and consciously choosing what you're going to let in and what you're not even going to interact with from a loving space. And really, that's really the groundwork of what's missing anyway, is that that's the hidden step in Christopher Witecki's step system of the steps to 11 steps to serious joy. Step 0, I protect. And it's really important because if I feel protected, then I don't feel scared, do I? Yeah, I don't. When I feel protected, I do not feel scared. When I feel guided, I don't feel doubt. Now, that doesn't mean that doubt can't rear its little head and I consciously or subconsciously choose to entertain that and let it take me down a little rabbit hole of fear thoughts. But we're all in this practice, this beautiful creation practice called life. And part of that is first of all, gaining the awareness, and second of all, practicing shifting our thoughts towards what we really want to focus our attention on or what we really want to experience, even if all hell is breaking loose. Even if there is all of these little distractions or big distractions, choosing to like sit and shift your energy and your focus, That's mental alchemy. That that's really where alchemy really begins, in my opinion. Mental alchemy. And being able, you noticed in our mission statement, it speaks of we transform these lower energies, right, into higher vibrational frequencies of love, compassion, understanding, forgiveness, and accountability. If I'm being accountable, then I'm not being a victim. If I'm being accountable, I'm not blaming somebody outside of myself. And if I'm truly being accountable, I'm not blaming myself either. I'm recognizing what cause and effect, my involvement in that cause and effect, and what I get to do to shift, create whatever it is that I am creating, whatever it is I do want to focus my attention on. So, if you're out there and you're experiencing a strong pull to stand in reaction to something, it's an invitation to sit down and get clear first, and then take a powerful stand from an embodied, loving space. It's good to stand up for what we believe in. It's good to gather as communities and like-minded individuals and elevate each other versus tear each other down. However, it's crucial that we do so from a loving, grounded space where, because it informs our actions, it informs our next thoughts, and in all reality, you're in control of your thoughts, not me, not anybody else. I am in control of my thoughts, not anybody else. I'm fully accountable for what I entertain in this head and in my mind. And I'm fully accountable for when I take something personally and I'll aim my attention towards something else and hold spaces of judgment or shame or guilt or anger. Like, I am the master and controller of my mind. And so are you, whether you choose to be aware of it or not. And at any moment in time, we can consciously shift that. And a lot of times, right now, galactically, listening to a bunch of podcasts and YouTube, just what's collectively being presented by people that are vibrating on higher vibrational frequencies, is that those opportunities to where we are triggered, they're going to come up. They are coming up. Opportunities where we would normally judge the shit out of somebody, they're coming up. Opportunities for us to judge the shit out of ourselves, they're coming up. And those are opportunities for us to really make some profound shifts and changes as individuals and as a collective whole. Because when we do something different, when we choose not to react, especially when it's a deep trigger that's existed your entire life or ever since it became a trigger, right? When we choose not to be triggered, when we normally are, and we choose to either be in stillness and contemplate and hold this space and then respond, all of a sudden it creates a portal for every other human being on planet Earth to do the same thing easier and easier and easier. And then more and more people are doing it. It makes it even easier and easier. And then the world transforms. So, this happens always. Whether we're being conscious and aware of it or not. This is how the world goes through a lot of changes as